and Elinas gets past and through. Wonderful stuff from the championship leader, Tio Elinas, into the point with a majestic drive. And it's like, oh no, and Harvey into the wall, moves over, and that big crash for Jack Harvey. The rear axle ripped off the car at the end of the Kemmel Straight, and that will obviously result in a safety car out. And those two guys have been getting close to each other, but that is a big shove to have ripped the rear axle and the gearbox off like that for Jack Harvey. And Jack's getting out of the car, so that's good to see, because that was an almighty shunt.
Harvey coming up, try to pass sides, move over to Kanaan.
I'm sorry,
I think Jack's potentially to blame there. And for me, there's no reason for him to be migrating inwards there.
Too much.
Trying to clearly, trying to make sides back out and concede the line, but the guys there.
It's going to be close as we look at the battle with Katherine Legge.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God! Massive accident! Oh my God! That is the motor. A car. The tub landed upside down.
That is the kink.
I don't know who that is.
Well, course yellow.
I don't know who that is right now, but okay? That is the fastest part of the track.
This is the kink. Now she's back. She's already around, and she hits the wall with phenomenal force. The car flies up in the air, catches the fence a bit. The motor breaks off as she comes back down, and the tub continues to go. As the gearbox and the rear tires up in the air there, as the tub barrel rolls down the outside of the track there. She's already a passenger at this point, and that'll be fifth, maybe already sixth gear by that point in a champ car, well over 150, 60 miles an hour.
Involving Team Rahal Letterman Lanigan's Christian Lundgaard and
Sato
and
Ilott.
So that would be through a lack of visibility. Look, boom.
Slow down before the line.
They try to go 3 wide. That doesn't work very well. And contact for the 2 leaders, Enerson and PK getting into each other.
Sorales actually replaced the front wing, went back out, but then lap 14, PK was in control. Enerson greatly missed the braking point, and this was frightening.
Huge crash there for RC Enerson, and he's so lucky to walk away from that incident. Scary stuff.
Look at this, the best news of the day. He climbs out. The new Dallara IL-15 did its job.
Whoa. Oh boy,
very close, and we got a car on the wall. Ray Robb.
this helps Pagenaud Award massively. Ray Robb's gonna have a big hit.
Hold it up.
He had no choice in that.
You thought he was going to slide along the wall, but the right side steering arm probably broke there.
Good to see Ray Robb getting out of the car with the help of the AMR safety team. Once the suspension is broken, it can point the tires in any direction it wants, and it just unfortunately, you see the right front just collapses. Oh, and it comes to a stop quickly. That was a big hit.
But there's an order from pit lane. Scott, here he goes. Oh, no, we have a huge crash. And a second contact. And it looks like it is Tony Kanaan. That was a big one. The 7-11 of Tony Kanaan into the wall hard for the second year in a row. And I don't know what happened in this one, guys, because when we saw it, he had already made the first contact.
Oh, something broke on the car.
Something absolutely broke.
And here's the bad hit.
Absolutely. The second impact that you mentioned. He has no control right now, Eddie. We've both been in that position before. His brakes aren't working. The car is not even on the ground correctly. And he is just a passenger knowing that he's going to hit the wall, still at almost probably 205 or 10 miles an hour.
The worst thing is those 4 seconds, as you know, you can do nothing. You've had a big hit and you keep going straight from that wall, and there's nothing you can do. So you almost counted down as to where you hit it. And he's very lucky that the walls are not as hard as they used to be.
Had trouble with today.
Oh, Callum Ilott, big crash inside at the exit of turn 2.
The Juncos Hollinger rookie is out of the Indy 500.
Just loses it. Looks a lot like Rinus VeeKay in a very similar spot. in real time, it just looks so savage.
And some big pieces of debris that likely were collected by a few of those trailing cars, in that second hit to the inside wall nearly head on. A massive, massive hit for the rookie driver.
La manera en que se despide. Ahí está. Hasta ahí parece bien. Y después el neumático delantero derecho que bloquea.
Pero hay trampolín también ahí. Sí. Hace efecto de trampolín.
Es la buena noticia, un palo impresionante, uno más.
Goes around the slower traffic of Sarah Fisher. Jack, what's going on?
Well,
oh no, another crash and it's upside down. We've got a car upside down. It's Marco Andretti. 2 cars at least involved in this. Buddy Rice as well. Buddy was taken out last year in a crash with Elio. This year, a crash with Marco.
Wow. And that's some damage also to Dan Weldon's car, probably the first car that he went across in front of. Remember, we saw Dan Weldon's car in the pit lane being repaired. Now, here we go now. He's cutting across, just touches Dan Weldon's car that's on the right-hand side, breaks Dan Weldon's left front suspension. Dan Weldon goes off.
And it looks like Franchitti's strategy as you take a look from Marco. And you see from his onboard.
Whoa. Up and over. And as you said, Rusty, good reason to get out of the car very slowly.
It was just 3 minutes into their final session when Ed Carpenter spun out in turn 2. He bounced off the wall and slid down. Spotters immediately warned other drivers of the danger. Several made it past. But rookie Paul Dana, the Ray Hall Letterman team, slammed into Carpenter's car at 176 miles an hour. The 2 drivers were quickly airlifted to Jackson Memorial Hospital in nearby Miami.
Where shortly before noon, Paul Dana was pronounced dead from the injuries he suffered in the accident.
Ed Carpenter remains in stable condition, still in the hospital in Miami. And afterwards, shaken Bobby Rahal quickly withdrew his other 2 drivers, Danica Patrick and Buddy Rice. So you can see Danica leaving badly shaken after she heard news. Buddy Rice was told by my colleague, Jack.